Well, we will see if it makes a difference here today, as we are already in the game, but I'm Slacks, this is SUNSfan, and we're ready for some Shana Hoej action. Bring us in. Here we are. Could you say something?
Welcome to the stream. We have ramp versus ramp. It's a mirror, a very similar list as we'll show here. We talked about it on panel. Enough Magic, a 1 of for Hoej's deck. And Honor Secrets, 3 of for Shana, and 0 for my boy Hoej.
That is the boy Hoej. 2 Legionnaires coming out, however, for Hoej, so he will be able to get a little bit of that spread out in the early game, baby.
Right.
Like a peanut butter and jelly.
And of course, no Bristleback for Hoej, instead opting for the Beastmaster.
Wow.
Can rely with, I mean, that's the thing, that's the beauty about these mirror matches. I really like Beastmaster here in this specific matchup because if it goes super late, we've seen so many games end in ties, like Time of Triumph versus Time of Triumph. Guess what? Roar completely ruins that plan.
Speaks to about how interesting Artifact can be. That 1 hero difference really does have a much different game strategy.
You're a shell.
That 1 does make a big game changer. I mean, if you're looking at Shana's deck, that Bristleback inclusion means we want to get early kills. Yeah. We want to keep on that momentum. We want to continue to get that early game tower. Whereas that 1 hero difference means I'm preparing for the late game. I want to change things around. I want to switch it out later.
That's right.
Fascinating, if I may.
Do you think Hoej, even though he's the favorite, Ryan, do you think he's intimidated at all by Shana and the level 25, and it's a Selamene on the avatar
You know what that means to me?
What does that mean?
That means I want to just keep on playing cards. I want to hold my things to my chest. Whereas Hoej says, I'm a GOAT.
I guess that does have more than one meaning, which would actually make sense in that reference. We're going to see a duel here from Shana on top of the Lycan. That will be a freebie for him, and that is, I mean, this lane is basically just his now.
As we said, that Bristleback just coming through with that early game assault, man. That's crazy, SUNSfan. Just 1 hero difference.
It is quite crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, Selamane's favor can be used. If he's going to put it anywhere, I would think it would be this lane, because Lycan, as we saw, just died.
No way,
really?
Dude.
You don't think so?
No way, dude. Huh.
Hoej does have an extremely wide lane here, but can he salvage anything in the first lane? Doesn't even want to, in fact. I mean, you do have Beastmaster, so there is the block available, not next turn, but the turn after with his boar, which I actually... Shit! I'm going to see the Selling save right here. It's actually not a boar. Did you know that?
What is it?
It's a cat, apparently. Some sort of a cat.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm not even making this up.
Yeah, are you stupid? It's called a boar.
It's not, actually. Well, all right. Let's remember this moment, and then when he pops it, we'll take a gander at him, all right?
All right, whatever.
All right, so here, obviously not much to be played for Shana.
Hello!
Selamane's favorite is drawn, thanks
Very
to the
important.
Secrets.
Very important. At this point now, we could get ourselves a Time of Triumph. I would imagine that this axe is going to go to that last lane. Selamane's favor in the middle lane, over to the last lane. Stars line, Time of Triumph. Oh, God, I'm a genius.
You could also do it mid if you want. Of course, you are afraid of enough magic either way. We can see it's not in hand for Hoej right now. It's only a 1-of, so maybe you're not super afraid of it.
But just the threat of that.
The threat of the Ravage, that's right.
No, I'm serious. Having one single Time of Triumph means that Shana has to prepare.
Enough magic.
Excuse me, yes. Means that Shana has to prepare for that card being in there at all times. That is such quality. Just having one.
Just one.
Mental quality.
Drawing some more cards with spot weakness. Can only use one of them, though, with that 5 mana pool. And I think you are correct. We're going to see the Time of Triumph in that last lane, and I don't see any sort of counter coming from Hoej.
Well, you do have some nice ways to prepare.
Actually, you do have Roar.
You do have Roar.
But only 5 mana.
Well, you do have a Selamane's favor. So you can slap that Selamane in the last lane, get ready for a Roar in the case. Now, Hoej probably 100% knows that this is coming. He knows the deck. He knows why.
100%.
100%. Why would you put a red hero in a green lane that is already being blocked, SUNSfan? So we could see a very heads-up play of a Selamane going into the next lane.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what does that really do? You roar the axe, you stop some damage.
I was going to say, it's very tempting to do this, though.
Yeah.
I think this will end up getting punished as a result of what we've been talking about, but...
Well...
It does feel good to use Spring the Trap with exactly 7 mana. You're being very efficient with it.
Sure. But, and, I mean, what is Primal Roar? You're going to stop Axe. They still get, you know, the Time of Triumph off anyway. One of the heroes is still hitting the tower. So the Primal Roar, while it is nice, it's probably not the right pick there.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing to be done now for Hoej. He can blink a hero over. Even if you get a green hero here, you don't really have a Stars Align to be able to ramp into anything big. So he's just going to have to pass.
Yeah, that's right.
And Shana is going to take this last lane with a, I wouldn't say a giant Time of Triumph, but a very quality Time of Triumph.
It will be a nice one.
A nice, clean Time of Triumph.
A clean Triumph upon them. What do you think about solo hero Time of Triumphs?
I mean, it depends on the situation. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Feels real bad.
But it doesn't feel great. That is definitely true. Also depends on the matchup, right? If you're playing against another ramp, obviously that is real bad.
Yeah.
You're doing one. But if you need like lethal on a tower or something like that, then you got to do what you got to do.
Sure. We do see a TP scroll, the only way for Shana to move heroes right now, while Blink Dagger still available on Hoej.
Yeah.
The question is, after this Time of Triumph comes out, hey, I don't think you move from this lane, right?
Shana is very scared, though. Stars Align, if enough magic was here.
That's right.
That's
just
why he gave
the threat.
That's why he gave up initiative right then.
Just the threat.
He wants Hoej to do something.
But Hoej, with a heads-up play, could do nothing and continue on the threat.
Yeah, but we've talked about this before. Even though enough magic is a good counter to Stars Align, you still got to take it.
Oh, he does.
He passes, but I think you're going to still see Stars Align.
The threat.
The threat is there, but Shana, you can see in that webcam on screen right now, very stonewall face.
Yes, he is definitely keeping his cards close to his chest here.
Yes.
Does not want to reveal anything. The threat!
All right.
Will we see another heads-up pass? Now, to me, that means do it again, because he's scared.
The fact that Shana took so long, right, to put on a cloak. I mean, Lycan doesn't take that much time to put on a cloak for Lycan. He's put on a fur or two in his time.
You got to cover up that face. It's hideous. Zoom in on that face.
Oh, this is Hoej not patient enough. Although we talk about this, it doesn't really matter, right? He had no response to this anyway, as we know. So Time of Triumph onto 2 heroes.
And it's still 8 damage on a 20 HP tower.
That's true. That's true.
Not too shabby. Fight Through the Pain is picked up. That could be a powerful ally later in this game. One of the very few ways to get initiative in a red deck without running a Tidehunter. Potentially the only way, if I remember my cards right.
Fight Through the Pain, yeah.
Yeah.
For red, absolutely.
Oh my god.
It's very true.
Good thinking, me. Meanwhile, let's talk about this creep army in lane 1. Bristleback hitting a tower without being blocked is very painful.
It's rare as well.
It is. Like. It doesn't. Not to me. It seems to happen often. Bristleback kills an enemy. He gets armor. You kind of don't want to go back to that lane already. So the amount of creeps that have randomly spawned in the first lane, though, that is very beneficial.
This is a little interesting, though, that Shane is debating putting LC in the first lane. Perhaps thinks that Hoej will try to salvage this lane somehow, but we know that's not going to be the case. Going to put all his eggs in that last lane.
Yep, definitely looks like the party lane for both sides. But
I mean, that's kind of the strategy for Hoej here. Is he knows first lane's obviously gone. The only way he can win is to try to sneak damage in through these Time of Triumph heroes in the last lane. Will be difficult, but Primal Roar is here, right? You have to sell Mane's favor into that last lane from mid to be able to play it, though.
Yeah.
And that is a giant roar, by the way. And we can see Shana's hand right now. This is really big. No Berserker's Call. So he actually can't do anything about this.
Oh, my goodness.
That is huge.
Big thing, though, is he going to do that heads-up play, SUNSfan, because he could put down an Emissary in the mid lane and do some major damage.
That's true.
It would be greedy.
Ooh, that's...
It would be very greedy.
Ooh.
I mean, the Primal Roar, if you want to go over that third lane right now, is just so good.
That's game-winning.
That is game-changing.
Unless you end up putting both heroes in this lane.
That is, then would be game-losing. So, yes.
Maybe the safer play is to put Emissary, but...
It's just so good.
It's... The fact that all your heroes are dying, every unit is dying in this lane. And maybe Emissary in this lane is a little bit more tempting for him.
The decision that will shape the game. It will be the Emissary.
Right. Emissary in the mid lane. This will allow him to push for 80 at some point. Right?
At some point.
We're going to see Loyal Beast. So we're going to finally find an answer to this godforsaken question.
Yeah, that's
what kind of beast he actually passes.
That's what my wife calls me.
So he's keeping initiative.
Yeah. Loyal Beast.
Interesting. Okay. That is very surprising.
Initiative for what?
Berserker's Call doesn't do anything. So not pumping, not putting Loyal Beast down.
Loyal Beast.
6 mana in the last lane. I'm a little confused here.
Well, take your time, SunsFan. Think it out.
I mean, Berserker's Call does nothing. These are 2 Time of Triumph heroes.
He doesn't know that.
Yep. Pretty sure he has eyes.
So he doesn't pump. He goes for that pass, which does nothing. Reduces the attack there.
Now Berserker's Call was drawn.
Ew.
So the original play we were talking about wouldn't have worked anyway.
Okay.
As this Berserker's Call will clean up 2 heroes very easily.
Wonder what Hoej was thinking there. Shana had to do something.
He has to go for extra damage while he can onto the tower, which this is threatening, of course.
I am threatened.
But doesn't have anything else to play. And I think you'll see... See, Berserker's Call here is great and all.
I'm going to leave.
Oh, actually going to do it here. That makes
call.
more sense, yeah. Okay. Getting rid of any sort of threat to the tower.
Absolutely. Now, instead of just killing 2 heroes, you killed literally everything in the lane, SunsFan. That's brutal.
And that is game.
Well, now...
You have Blink and you have Roar, though.
You do have a Roar. You are able to go in that 3rd lane now, but you will lose initiative.
Yes.
And with no initiative cards, I believe, coming through Hoej's deck, we do not see a fight through the pain.
No, but Shana hasn't drawn anything that actually takes him out. He needs another Berserker's Call to make that, to punish it. Oh! And there it is. So that should do it. Blink Dagger, of course, will go to the 3rd lane in all likelihood.
Yikes. And we'll never know why Hoej passed on that mid lane.
No, we do. We do.
Why is that?
Because he assumes Berserker's Call was in hand, which it ended up being drawn from that Unearthed Secrets at the last moment. And he was going to give up initiative anyway. Okay, he's going to go mid for now. He was going to give up initiative anyway, so he just wanted to put extra damage to the tower just to try to sneak it in.
But he could have pumped. He didn't pump.
Yeah, because he wanted the initiative to play the wolf.
I see. I see.
But all in all, yeah, it ends up not working out in his favor. We're not even going to see the Call of the Wild ever played, apparently.
Loyal Beast, as you continually called it.
What? Yeah. It is a loyal beast.
Well, so you say.
So the game says as well. All right, Mr. Avernus in the last lane. And we have to see a Blink.
Yeah, that's...
it's going to be Beastmaster. That's why he's not popping this yet. Yeah. Start off with a Time of Triumph.
Okay, Blink Dagger, but blinking into a lane with no way to get initiative means you are open to any counter your enemy might have, and today, that counter is going to be Berserker's Call Insta-Lock.
And I do believe, yeah, that doesn't matter where he lands, Berserker's Call.
What about Legion? She got enough damage? What is that, an 11 on Legion Commander?
This is the Time of Triumph hero.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, if you land right in front of Legion, that is true.
That is survivability.
Yes.
However, you still lose, though, because of Axe. Oh, that's why he didn't do Loyal Beast. He needs a cover for Axe.
Yes.
And the off chance, the 1 of 3, he lands in front of Legion.
He has to land in front of Legion, or else the game's over.
And if he had a duel, the game would be over as well.
All right.
Whoa! He spits on himself there, SunsFan.
That wasn't on himself.
Are you sure?
That was this guy. Remember, he doesn't have this hero in his deck. Remember.
Wow.
It's difficult to remember because you can see the heroes here. I know.
He spits on himself, SunsFan. The Loyal Beast is summoned with a small
We're never going to see this thing.
Oh!
So, of course, there was a 66% chance that would happen. One of those 2 spots that would kill him. And we will see a Berserker's Call finish this out.
66%? Yes.
Yes, that
Very
is correct
good.
math. And that is going to be game 1 for Shana. And I have to say, quite convincing fashion. Of course, Hoej didn't really draw anything that he could really use to finish the game at any point. He tried to do the old, I don't know what you want to call it. He tried to maneuver himself to deal a little bit of damage past those Time of Triumph heroes, but we know that that's a little bit difficult to do most of the time. You okay? Can I tell a story real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. No, no.
You don't actually want me to say it?
All right, go ahead.
So Slacks yesterday, we're going to get back into the game, but it's only going to be the first round, so don't worry about it as we get in here. Slacks yesterday was looking at his hands last night. He's like, oh my, I think I'm dying. And he was actually not kidding. They were black and blue. Okay?
Yep.
I look at them, I'm like, you should just wash your hands. I think it's just dirt. He's like, no. I haven't been feeling good these last few days. The last few days, my hands have actually just been blue for some reason. I'm like, okay, let me look it up online. I look it up online. There's a lot of terrible conditions that are associated with blue fingers.
Yep.
So I'm actually starting to get scared. I'm like, wow, maybe you should be going to the hospital. He's like, I think I'm dying. He's not even kidding either. Typically, he's a kidder. Of course, he makes a lot of jokes. He was not kidding this time. So before we leave the office, I tell him, just go wash your hands, maybe, on the off chance that it's dirt. He goes in, washes his hands, and they're completely clean. He is very, very healthy. He just hadn't washed his hands the entire day. Why?
Why do I need to wash my hands? I'm just casting a game of Artifact.
They're black and blue.
Well, I didn't know what I touched. I must have accidentally rubbed up against you, and the filth that you coat yourself with might have gone onto my hands.
I think I'm dying. No, I just washed my hands and I'm fine. Everything's okay, guys.
You know, not washing hands has killed a lot of people in human history.
Yes.
Sorry, I made the same mistake millions of people have made.
Yeah, millions of people in another time, my friend.
In the
Shana,
1800s.
in this match, will be playing a different deck, of course. He will be using the red-black.
Oh, no.
It's only the splash of black, your favorite, the PA special with the gank pickoff, a lot of cross-lane spells,
yes,
and then 4 big boy red heroes versus the same ramp that we saw last game from Hoej.
Really, really hoping that we can see this black splash win the tournament so that we can finally see a PA nerf. So shout out to Shana. I hope you win this one. God, please do.
You flip-flop a lot, you know that?
I don't flip-flop,
you do.
Jack. I've always hated PA. The first day I saw that hero.
I'm talking about you've been rooting for Hoej. You said he was going to win the whole tournament.
You know?
And now flip-flop again.
The first day they showed me that card, I remember I was in the beta, and I was playing against a Valve guy, and I said, this card's broken. And that was the first thing I ever said to anyone in Artifact. I said, this signature card is broken. And I still believe it to this day. It's broken.
You got problems, buddy.
I don't have problems.
You have problems. This is a really good start for Shane. He's going to get the trade here. Obviously, the first lane is going in his favor heavily. Has pretty good cards to go forward with in this game. And Hoej is just stuck with these very clunky high mana cost. He did get the Salamaynes mid.
That's good.
With 2 heroes coming in,
what do you have to complain about? I mean, of course, the positioning here is a big complaint that you get put in front of Bristlebacks. So, but besides that, I mean,
well, the issue is you've got 2 red heroes coming in, right?
Yeah.
So the only cards you can really do are Berserker's Call, Primal Roar if you go mid. So we're not going to be seeing any crazy time of triumphs as both green heroes are dunzo.
I was just about to say this. I think a duel here is a pretty good idea.
Sure.
Get some free tower damage, but
sure.
Also, situation like that where you have a creep to the left, you also ensure that anyone going to this tower goes straight in front of Axe with that duel.
That's
so
right.
It is a heads-up play. Always remember that, kiddos. If there's a creep to your left, then duel on the cleft. All right, on the chin.
On the cleft. Very well said.
That's
Tidehunter looks to be going to that mid lane. Of course, this is the Mist of Avernus and Salamani's favorite lane, so you know that Hoej will be heavily putting resources into it, which is exactly the case here.
Okay, I got it. If there is one creep, then you must yeet.
God, you're the worst.
What are we talking about?
We're trying to cast an artifact match here,
yeah.
buddy. I know it's difficult. An interesting hand here for Shana. You got 2 Mercenary Exiles you could place. Duel, I don't think it's going to be had on this creep because this isn't Sorla, it's PA. Unfortunate error on this last lane for Hoej, so won't be able to push much damage into that tower.
Yeah, that's true. Mercenary Exiles have arrived, though. We could see one of those with a massive 1 gold. Hey, trivia time, SUNSfan.
Yes.
If you have now let's read Mercenaries Exile so y'all know what we're talking about. So it gives you half.
Yes.
Where Axe is half of the gold spent.
Yes.
So if you have an odd number and you give the mercenaries money, what do?
Well, first of all, that money is lost, and they say thank you for the tip.
That's right.
They keep it. They're selfish.
They round down their assholes. So if you give them a odd number, kiddos, remember, they're going to steal the extra penny. They're stealing.
So if it's odd numbers, never click the button.
That's true.
Doesn't matter if it wins you the game. You don't want to.
You're just going to throw your money away?
Yeah, seriously.
Not me. I'm the Monopoly man. I'm keeping that shit.
All right, Primal Roar is available. It's obviously not very appetizing here, especially considering you're in front of Tide, so you're kind of guaranteed to be able to get one off in the round that Ravage is available. Of course, you're working against a Kraken Shell potentially in another lane to gain initiative for Shana. I don't know, just Bronze Legionnaire, I suppose. Or you can try to go wide in the right lane a bit here with Axe, who's kind of stuck jungling right now. The pass for Hoej.
If it's odd, don't be a sod. Huh?
That's slightly better.
All right.
Slightly.
Thank you very much.
Very slightly. Are we going to see a duel from Tidehunter onto the creep, Slacks?
Oh, my God.
Are we going to see it?
Oh!
It's possible.
Nah, I think you just go for a nice mercenary exile here, buddy.
Most likely.
You do have 2 gold, which is a even number. So as we talked about for the last 15 minutes, that would be a benefit.
Wow, that's massive, too. Makes a huge difference. Spot weakness is popped, and I believe Legion Standard Bearer was the one that was picked up. Can't play it here, though.
Nope. The mana is expunged. Do you 2 the Bronze Legionnaire here? I don't think so. Late game blockers are very important in these Time of Triumph decks.
I don't think that's what he's thinking about.
That's what I'm thinking about.
He wants to pressure this lane, because look at it this way, buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah, Bronze Legionnaire is going to be pretty good. I mean, he might still place it anyway, but you do have Mist and Celemene, so it's very likely that you're going to win this lane.
Yeah?
How are you winning this lane? Axe is hitting a creep. He's out of his mind.
My God.
He's all alone in the depths of the artifact world. He's gone crazy from all this solitude.
Do you blame him? If someone's attacking his only friend, I would attack a creep. I mean,
that's true.
That creep is attacking the only person that's ever loved him.
My dear friend.
Get away from him, he says.
So Bronze Legionnaire will come out. Another friend for Axe.
Hey-oh.
Now he remembers his duties in war.
Potentially. He might just...
Potentially.
Potentially.
All right, well, not much money to spend for Hoej. We'll have to take the healing salve. And Shana has 3 heroes coming in. Oh, wait. Or is that for next turn? I actually don't even know. I think it's this turn. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about some 5 FPS webcams before. This is the 1 FPS webcam.
Hoej's webcam, it's moving constantly, isn't it?
I hope this guy gets some money so he can get a nice webcam. I hope he wins.
He's made a decent amount of money, and he's sponsored.
Wow. So, sponsor? Who's sponsoring Hoej? Send him over a goddamn Logitech or something. Come on. All right, 4 heroes going to the mid lane looking for that big boy. What, though? He doesn't have Time of Triumph, SunsFan. What is this about?
He's contesting the Mist of Avernus lane. I think, and this might work out for him because it's in a Tidehunter lane with Ravage available next turn. And Hoej is actually expending a very valuable resource in a secondary hero to the last lane. When he sees this deployment, he might be a little bit upset. Because that's 2 heroes just stuck in the last lane now.
Let's see that emotion coming out from Hoej as he sees the flop.
He's a wily veteran. He looks very young, but he's actually not that young. He's played a lot of games.
Wow.
He knows what he's doing. He's a veteran.
We all know that you can't play games if you're not young.
That's right. They don't count.
You idiot.
All right, Mist of Avernus is popped. And we do have Coup. We have Berserker's Call. A lot of options here. Berserker's Call doesn't really do a whole lot. So I would guess that the Coup would come out on... I mean, you could take out the green here. That's definitely something to consider.
Man, nah. We're already at 8 mana. Why take out the green hero? What are you scared of? He'd have to be crazy to put an emissary down in a lane like this right now. He'd get insta-killed. So you're not scared at all about that green hero, I think.
All right, what are you scared about?
You're scared probably about that Beastmaster.
Right,
damn it!
We're going to see the gank. A little bit more efficient on mana cost. Take out the green hero.
Damn it.
So that leaves him with 2 mana, which means a duel could come. And this is looking really good for Shana. And Hoej just feels like he's getting dominated this game. He could go for the Roar. Spring the Trap will block some damage.
Is Roar even that good here?
Well, LC survives, and the Shana LC just flies.
Yeah.
If you do that Roar. If it's on the Tidehunter, stunning him doesn't really make much of a difference, but getting rid of that damage of Bristleback would be nice.
Maybe that's why he put 4 heroes here, because he's expecting the Roar. That's a free TP.
Yes. TP to what lane, though?
I mean,
the question. He's
not mid, and in the end, doesn't he want to go into either first or second?
Perhaps. All right, we're going to see the Roar. And it will go to the last lane, in fact, so this should be a trade.
That's what you get for dueling the green hero instead of the red one.
I think we're finally going to see this, by the way.
The loyal? No.
Here comes the duel, so PA will actually live. Hoej is very far behind right now. Let's pop this, unless he really wants initiative in this last lane.
There is a chance, though, that does nothing with the stun PA, however. It could go in front of PA and not save any damage.
No, there we go. All right, let's take a look. Loyal Beast. This is a cat.
That's not a cat.
That is definitely some sort of a cat.
Not in a cat. Do cats typically have tusks?
It's a weird... It's definitely not a boar, is what I'm trying to say.
Name animal that has tusk. Go.
Tusk.
That's not an animal.
Walrus.
That's true. That's one. Name a land animal with a
Elephant.
tusk. All right, you're making a good point here.
What is my point exactly?
I figured that there would be boar, but many mammals do have tusks.
Yes.
And a cat is a mammal.
All right, well, Savage Wolf is kind of the only play. I mean, you can Stars Align into Spring the Trap. It might have to be done, but you do have a Ravage available. Primal Roar could come out again next turn, which is pretty big.
Yeah.
Hoej is just very far behind this game.
He is.
I don't like the position he's in.
Well, okay. Sorry. I think Hoej still has some ways to reclaim this game. I mean, we're doing some significant damage over here. Of course, the first lane not looking too great with that solo axe.
All right, Stars Align into Spring, it seems.
Wow.
He could have gone for Jasper Daggers and then Berserker's Call, kills the LC, but...
Nice block there.
I don't think you care much about this LC being here. You could blink a hero back.
Man, Hoej really needed that time of triumph. He hasn't gotten it last game, all game, I don't believe, and hasn't seen it this game either.
Yeah, he could really use it. Time of Triumph we can see in Shana's hand, so expect that. Actually, it's only 7 mana next turn for him. So, do you put Lycan in this lane or Axe with Blink?
I think you have to spread out your colors a little bit here, Sunsfan. I don't know. Green seems like a pretty good idea to have in the lane. Also, that creep, if no one spawns with a Lycan, would be doing some pretty significant damage to that tower. That's going to be 6 plus Lycan damage as well.
Right, he's just going to pass because he does need to get this third tower still as well.
Huh.
So perhaps relying on Primal Roar, but I do believe Shana will, in all likelihood, keep initiative the rest of the way.
Yep.
So Ravage will come off and Bristleback can't do anything about it.
That is unfortunate. Nice arrow there, though. So a little bit of help coming out and a nice creep blocks as well.
There's the one enough magic.
Hello.
See if that ends up actually mattering or not in this game. And Ravage will most definitely come about. I mean, you could just coup even. You can just save Ravage, actually.
You could just hootie cootie. What? With the Bristleback? Yeah, that's true.
What? The Bristleback?
Yeah.
That's Berserkers. Okay, same thing, I guess.
Yep.
All right. Well, more damage to the tower as a result. And Ravage is still online, which means how do you even take this back if you're Hoej?
You put some heroes in there, Sunsfan. It ain't over, baby. It's only 13 damage on a nearly full HP tower.
I'm sorry. It's not personal.
Now, of course, you do have to deal with Coup de Grace, an insta-kill ability casted by one hero no matter how big he is.
I think this, I mean, Axe just keeps hitting these creeps for some reason.
His friend is in danger again.
No, his friend died. His friend was right here.
That's his son. He owes his son for not protecting the father. Wow.
I don't know how you get back in this game. This just feels lost for Hoej.
Don't be like this.
You must be.
All right, we can block out this guy. Next round, we're definitely taking this tower, and now options are available. Axe doesn't do anything. We could potentially blink out the Axe and try to stem the bleeding in the first lane. Remember, no tower has been picked up yet, so we could stop that first lane with a nice Berserker's Call, enough magic if he happens to time a Triumph, preventing a blink. There's plenty of options here.
Yeah, but we've talked about it time and time again.
Middle lane.
I mean, what do you mean? You were saying go to first lane?
No, there's a chance you can go to first lane.
I guess there was.
You do have enough magic, and it is going to be Time of Triumph. You have to assume your enemy is going to buy a Blink Dagger and get that Time of Triumph unit out, so who knows?
This, I mean, it's an uphill battle for Hoej. Shane, in the meantime, looking very, very confident here, despite not having a webcam. The first tower will likely go this turn, unless there's some arrows to say something else about it, but I think I was gonna say I think your choice to go to the first lane might be your only chance to win.
I think so as well.
You have Ravage in mid, you have coup possibilities as well. It just looks too difficult to take.
Yep, and we're at 8 mana anyway, so you know, you don't have to go to that Celebrated lane. You have as much mana as you need for your best cards. I
really like the first lane. I think this is the only way that you can win this game.
There also is a chance that Legion gets in front of Axe, does some nice Primal Roar action, And then Axe could go to the mid lane, which would be a huge detriment.
Yeah, having everybody in the same lane. You have one Blink Dagger on the PA, I believe, and nobody else. So no way to actually get out.
That could have been crazy.
Initiative is on the side of Shana, though. So what are his options? Time of Triumph obviously would be good, but you don't really want to put it on one hero.
Yeah, we definitely want a Time of Triumph that mid.
There's not much, actually.
I think I'll put maybe a Jasper Daggers and trade with the PA.
Yeah, Berserker's Call no longer gets the kill. Primal Roar only stuns. You might just want to put Emissary down here.
Yeah, this is a rough Primal Roar right here. You don't really want to use it here. But
I mean, Emissary in the last lane is kind of needed to get lethal.
That is true.
Maybe you just set up Stonehall Elite and just play the long... Okay, he's going for Emissary.
That adds a threat. It won't allow lethal this turn in that third lane, which might be the difference between the game, but at least it does beef up these heroes and make sure that Legion cannot die in case there's a Jasper Dagger. And you don't have to use a Primal Roar, which could be the game-deciding thing if someone comes to this lane to defend it.
Yeah, and this creep should survive, although with Legion Standard Bearer, maybe not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so no need to pump this creep anymore either. It only adds one anyway.
Now, you could swap Phase Boots with the creep to keep it alive.
Do you really want that creep alive, though?
Oh, my God.
Actually, the Phase Boots might not be a bad idea to set up a Primal Roar next turn.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, we missed that as well.
I didn't miss it.
Jasper Dagger is quite good. And you can save this Phase Boots for next turn to get off a juicier Primal Roar potentially. Does have one creep to block as well, but can't do both in the same turn. With Stars Align, give you a little bit more mana to use, though. 11 mana.
Sometimes I find my mind...
Actually, that's perfect.
My mind wanders sometimes in this game because I love the lore so much. And
Yes.
I love thinking about this situation with the two flag boys standing next to each other. Now, they don't have any damage because he's literally in the battle with a flag, but when his homie is there, they take those flags and they start kicking some ass with them.
That's right. They're brothers.
That's crazy. Strong flag boys.
Whoa. Ravage onto Axe. I mean, I don't think anything was going to be cast here.
Not at all.
Time of Triumph is cast, though, and I believe PA will go to the first lane. I'd be shocked otherwise. There's a heal. Pretty much unkillable.
Could go to the third lane.
No, it's going to be the first lane.
Hi-oh.
If initiative is given up, which it won't be, actually.
Yep. The one good thing about having literally nothing to play in the last lane, you literally can't give up initiative.
All right, so I think you pump this creep if you're Shana, actually. Okay, maybe not. So this
don't want to
lane
lose
just
initiative. Why would you lose? Oh,
Well,
yeah, you don't have it
doesn't have
anyway.
initiative.
Excuse me.
Hoej, Blink Dagger is available. Not sure that's going to be very helpful. Spawns here matter a lot.
Yep.
Just because of the coup threat. It's so huge.
You got to go to that first lane. You don't have a choice. The banner boys are helping each other out.
Yeah, Elsie needs to land here in this right position.
Hey-oh.
And she does, but it's still not a guaranteed thing here because you want him to use coup on someone that's not Legion Commander, and then you Phase Boots here, and you get the most god-tier roar of all time. But then again, I don't think you can block damage. Well, with Stars Align, you can block one. That's not enough. And then two with this.
Yeah, could be.
Possible. I don't think so.
Il est possible.
I'm not sure about this.
Well, let's see here. You definitely can't just enough magic because it's too much damage. You got the quorum.
Yes, enough magic. If you want to concede, enough magic is the play.
You can't kill me. I'll kill myself.
He's not even getting lethal in this last lane. He has to play Emissary there just to get it.
Jesus.
But there's no way he finds lethal here. So he has to defend.
Gotta pump first. You gotta let him make the call. So this coup de grace, no matter what happens, he could get off that Primal Roar because one of these two heroes is going to be able to swap.
There's coup.
And that's the ticket that you want.
Yeah.
With him being able to summon another unit, that'd be rough. I'm actually very surprised he didn't just summon that boar before he had the chance to die. So that block is very needed.
If you're Hoej, you need to dodge as much as possible. And this is going to be a 2-0 very quick series. So much for our predictions. So much for everything. Hoej just got dumpstered by Shana.
Wow.
Dumpster.
Shana, very impressive victory against what Sunsfan believed to be the greatest player here.
Of all time.
Wow. Okay, well, the greatest player of all time knocked out. Let's head back to the panel and see what they think about what some would call a very big upset.
Yeah.